In this video, we will be using mental math to multiply numbers. The very first method we have is called front-end multiplication. This is very similar to the left to right method we used in addition, but we're using multiplication. So we're going to start on the left. So we'll have the 50 times 4. Notice that this is in the tens place, which is why it is 50. That's where most students mess up. 50 times 4 is 200, and then 5 times 4 is 20, so the total would be 220. The next one, 25 times 8, will do the same thing. 20 times 8 is 160, 5 times 8 is 40, so we have a total of 200. I'd like you to do the third one to turn into class. Let's look at a little bit harder one. 25 times 35. With this one, we're going to start with the 20, but notice we also have to have a 30, so that would be 20 times 30, which is 600. Then we've got to decide. We can stay with our 20s and just say 20 times 5. That's going to give you 100. Now we'll go to our 5s. That's a 5 times 30. And then finally, 5 times 5. Then we'll just add all those numbers up. The main thing that students miss in this type problem is getting all 4 of these. Most students will leave some out. I'd like for you to do the starred one to turn in to class tomorrow. Now let's talk about compatible numbers. Compatible numbers is very similar to grouping nice numbers that we used in addition. So now we're going to group some nice numbers together. I'm going to put the 2 and the 5 together to give me 10 and then multiply it by 30. So I've got 3 numbers that were easy to group together to get 300. Then we have the 7 and the 8, which is 56. So all we have to do is multiply the 56 times the 3 and then add our 2 zeros. Let's look at the last example. I'm going to multiply the 5 times 3 to get 15. Oh, and there's a 2 over there, so I could multiply them all together and get 30. Then we also have 25 times 4, which is 100. Now 100 times my 30 will give us our 3,000. I'd like for you to use compatible numbers to multiply those 4 numbers together.